What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a super exciting Liverpool transfer news update video. We will have some major breaking news about Enzo Fernandez, but first I want to tell you the journalist Giannis Kourianopoulos has said that after signing Gakpo, Liverpool will move forward for a midfielder signing in this January transfer window because we are trying to get the Bellingham deal done for the summer. Bellingham is not leaving his club in January, so who could this January transfer be? We will reveal that to you guys in this video, because according to a major revelation in the Portuguese media, Pedro Almeida, the Portuguese journalist, has said that Enzo Fernandez will leave Benfica in the January transfer market, and Man United and Liverpool have reached the 120 million euro release clause agreement with Benfica. So it's now up to Enzo Fernandez who he will choose in the January transfer window. The Portuguese journalist specialized in transfers did also previously say that Gakpo was going to join Man United, but seeing as many were blindsided by Liverpool's move for Gakpo and his area of specialty being within the nation that Enzo Fernandez is currently playing in, which is Argentina, let's hope that these words are more true than his claim that Gakpo is going to Man United. So using Gakpo as a benchmark, it's clear that moving to Liverpool is a more desirable option than moving to Man United, and I think Enzo Fernandez wants a Liverpool transfer instead of going to Man United, because Man United are still in a little bit of a mess, even though right now they are ahead of Liverpool in the Premier League table by 4 points. And by the way, if you enjoy these transfer updates, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest updates around Liverpool FC. And the 21-year-old midfielder Enzo Fernandez is hot property around the world after his performances in Qatar. And the Portuguese news outlet Record is going with a front page story claiming that Enzo Fernandez's agent Jorge Mendes is set to present Benfica with a bid exceeding the 120 million euros. And Liverpool have already worked with Jorge Mendes, the super agent, on the Darwin Núñez during the Darwin Núñez transfer negotiations, because Mendes represents Darwin Núñez as well. And another news outlet in Argentina has claimed that Enzo Fernandez has arrived back in Portugal and he carried his agent with him, who is on guard in case a club pays the 120 million release clause of Enzo Fernandez. They claim, this Argentinian outlet claims, that the current pecking order is Man United, Liverpool and Real Madrid, who are in the hunt for Enzo Fernandez's signature. And Enzo Fernandez was asked about his immediate future after winning the World Cup, and he said, "I don't know anything about that, it's up to my agent, he's taking care of that business, I don't want to get involved, I'm focused on Benfica. On Friday we have an important game against Braga, I have a flight at night to play in the game on Friday." He of course said this before he traveled from Argentina to Portugal. And Benfica right now are 8 points clear, I think, in the Portuguese league, and they will play Braga, who are, I think, like third in the Portuguese league, so that is a huge game. So it's understandable why Enzo Fernandez wants to focus on this game and not really get involved in the transfer negotiations. That's up to his agent, of course, to take care of it. But I think if Enzo Fernandez has to choose between Liverpool and Man United, he will choose Liverpool because of Jurgen Klopp, and because Liverpool are a much better place for a young player to nurture and enhance his talent and to get to the next level. Man United is a very tumultuous club. It's a very uncertain where the owners will take Man United, what direction they will go to. And at Liverpool there is stability. Jurgen Klopp has been there for like 7 or 8 years, and he will be there for the next 3 years as well. And look at all the young players that Liverpool developed into world-class players. You know, the list is very long. And what is also interesting is that after signing Gakpo, 9 of the top 10 transfers in Liverpool's history are still currently in the squad of Liverpool right now. Only I think Luis Suarez is the only player who is not in the Liverpool squad right now, who was the top transfer out of the top 10 most expensive transfers in Liverpool's history, which is really awesome. And Cody Gakpo comes in at like 8th or 9th place, but he also became the most expensive transfers of PSV Eindhoven, or the second most expensive, something like that. And the Greek journalist Chorionopoulos also said, at the moment, as you can imagine, there are rumors about midfield targets, but as I know, Liverpool are moving in the transfer market, and of course, you know, a bid does not mean a done deal or transfer, but Liverpool are in the market for a midfielder in the January transfer window. That's 100% true. And Liverpool are for sure interested in Enzo Fernandez, but his 120 million release clause is a problem, of course. But Jurgen Klopp likes him a lot because of his age, his potential, and his experience at a very high level. Moises Caicedo and Sofiane Amrabat are also on Jurgen Klopp's transfer list. Liverpool are also interested in them. Nothing new, but they are on the list for sure. And of course, as you can understand, they are not the only players on Jurgen Klopp's list, but I think the fact that more and more journalists from Portugal are saying that Liverpool are willing to pay the release clause of Enzo Fernandez, it means that it will come down to what Enzo Fernandez chooses as his destination. And I think for Benfica, even though they don't really want to sell Enzo Fernandez, I don't think they would be too unhappy to get 120 million euros for a player who just cost them 20 million. And yes, 20% of that 120 million goes back to River Plate, the club that Benfica signed Enzo Fernandez from, and 25% of the 120 million is exactly 30 million euros, but they would still pocket a very healthy 70 million euro profit on a player. As I said, he cost only 20 million and Benfica will get 90 million out of the 120 million release clause. So that's 70 million euro profit in half a season. That's one of the best transfer deals in Benfica's entire history when it comes to profiting from a transfer so quickly. But also Benfica have a pretty decent chance of winning the Portuguese league and also going far in the Champions League, because Benfica got very lucky and I think they will play Club Brugge in the round of 16 of the Champions League. So it's understandable why Benfica would want to keep as many of their big players as possible for as long as possible, but they can't really say no to big offers. And also Enzo Fernandez would definitely tell Benfica, listen to the offer of Liverpool, because he knows if Liverpool come calling, they might not come again if you say no to that transfer. And why would he say no? He showed at the World Cup that he's ready for the big time, he's ready for the biggest stages, and that's why I don't really understand why some people are dissing the Cody Gakpo transfer. Even some pundits like Steve Nicol, the former Liverpool man, on ESPN is saying that Gakpo is not good enough for Liverpool. He showed at the World Cup that he is good enough and he can cut it at the biggest stage. 3 goals in 5 games at the World Cup, and also against a very good Ajax team. He continually scored goals, got assists, and guided PSV to wins against a decent Ajax side. And yes, of course, you can't just judge Cody Gakpo on the numbers that he puts up in the Eredivisie, but in Europe he has been producing as well. And he played pretty well against Arsenal when PSV beat Arsenal at home. You should watch those highlights of Cody Gakpo this season and last season as well. He is an absolutely brilliant player, and we will analyze his performances a little bit more in detail in another Cody Gakpo video. I just wanted to mention that Enzo Fernandez is definitely ready for the big time. And also great news, Sky Sports News has reported that Cody Gakpo has landed in England. He has arrived in Liverpool for the medical tests, and after all the medicals are done, all the paperwork is signed and all the photos and videos are taken, then he will be officially announced as the new Liverpool player. And there is speculation of what his squad number is. Number 18 and number 52 are the 2 squad numbers available right now at Liverpool, who Cody Gakpo wore in his youth or like adult footballing career. So I bet it will be number 18 for Cody Gakpo. Of course, it's always tricky for January transfers because most of the low squad numbers are already taken in the Liverpool squad. Fabrizio Romano also revealed that if everything goes according to plan with logistical stuff, the main part of the medical tests will take place today. So hopefully this afternoon or tomorrow we will get an official announcement from Liverpool FC of the Cody Gakpo transfer deal. And what is very interesting about the Cody Gakpo transfer as well is that last summer Pep Ynders spoke with Dutch presenter and former footballer Hans Kraaij Jr. and he revealed to ESPN that when they spoke with Pep Ynders, he was convinced that they will absolutely move for PSV's Cody Gakpo. The assistant manager supposedly referred to Cody Gakpo as the missing link at Liverpool, and I will elaborate on what this means in another video, but I just wanted to mention that it must show that Pep Ynders must have been heavily involved with the transfer, and maybe Liverpool, losing Julian Ward next summer and not instantly announcing his replacement, maybe that hints towards a future where Jurgen Klopp and his assistant managers and coaches will have a bigger hand in selecting future transfers for Liverpool. Of course, we will maybe move away from the transfer committee structure a little bit, but there will be still people behind the scenes analyzing and scouting a lot of players that Liverpool are monitoring. But maybe Jurgen Klopp and his assistant managers will pick out of those players who Liverpool will sign in the immediate future, but we shall wait and see. And when there are structural changes at Liverpool, I will be one of the first people to report that to you guys, so make sure to keep subscribing. And also, according to Athletic, Liverpool could sell Nat Phillips in the January transfer window. They value him at around £10 million, and Liverpool already have 4 centre-backs at their disposal. Konate will be back for the next game, probably after France's World Cup final. And Nat Phillips, I think he's 25 years old and he's too good to sit on the bench or even in the reserves of Liverpool, so he should be playing at a mid-table Premier League club or at a lower level Premier League club. I mean, Bournemouth got promoted with Nat Phillips at the back, so they should re-sign him in my opinion. That would give them an even better chance to stay up in the Premier League. Jurgen Klopp may consider Naby Keita to be outstanding, but according to reports, there is a good chance that Liverpool will try to sell him in January. Whether there will be suitors for him remains to be seen, because he only has 6 months left on his contract. But Jurgen Klopp labeled him outstanding earlier this year when he was having a run of games. But he's 27 years old, and journalist Neil Jones says that selling Naby Keita is an option for January, as it appears unlikely that he will sign a new contract. So Naby Keita represents a chance to both free up space in the squad and the wage bill, and also to get some money in. Of course, nobody would spend a fortune on Naby Keita in January, but there are a lot of clubs who would jump at the chance to sign Naby Keita on a cut price deal. So maybe we should announce that Naby Keita is for sale, or just put feelers out using his agent that Naby Keita would be welcome to receive offers from other clubs, and then we will see what kind of offers Naby Keita gets. And an early sale could benefit everyone, including Naby Keita, and I would be surprised if Liverpool weren't considering selling Naby Keita in the January transfer window. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, see you later, goodbye.